Some fans were maybe taken aback by the San Francisco 49ers selection of kicker Jake Moody at pick 99, making it only the fifth time a kicker has been selected that high in the NFL draft. John Lynch joined KNBR earlier today to discuss why the 49ers felt the need to take Jake Moody at pick 99. We already understand it was a position of need because the 49ers did not retain Robbie Gould, but why so high? Apparently, teams are trying to jump and trade ahead of the San Francisco 49ers to take Jake Moody. As we know, the Patriots traded up right after the San Francisco 49ers into the fourth round and selected Chad Ryland, kicker out of Maryland. So it was a possibility. 49ers general manager gives some insight into why the San Francisco 49ers made that move and they felt comfortable taking Jake Moody at pick 99.
So you draft a kicker in the third round. You made some history. I know you've answered the question 100 times, but we'll make it 101.
Yeah.
That's early, John. That's early. He could have been there a little bit later, or you guys could have waited much later. How do you guys tell the fan base one more time that this is worth that early of a pick?
Well, I think first of all, you just do what you think's in the best interest of the organization. And what I do know is since we've arrived here, we've been blessed with a really good kicker in Robbie Gould. And I think things have kind of run their course with Robbie. And, we decided it was time to move on. Robbie decided it was time to move on. And so then you go out and say, hey, okay, we've got big shoes to fill. And you look at every viable option to get a kicker. You saw we traded for one prior to the draft. A kid named Zane Gonzalez, who's been a legit NFL kicker, but we did all our due diligence with the draft, with trade options, and where we arrived at is that Jake Moody was what we thought the number one target out there, and we tried to be stealth because there were a lot of kicker needy teams this year, probably more so than any other year that I've been involved with. A lot of teams needed a kicker, and there were two or three that were viable options in the draft. There were a couple available via trade, but again, we kept coming back to, we felt like Jake Moody in his talent and then his makeup, his mental makeup, which is very important at that position, was the guy that we were most interested in. And then you start saying, okay, where can we get this guy? Where do we need to get this guy? And so, we call it a third round pick, really a comp 3, which we kind of see as fourth round picks. And we felt like that was a really good value. We had 3 of them there. I think that gave us a little luxury to come away with 2 players that we coveted at positions offense and defense, and then to be able to add a kicker, it was a luxury we had that maybe everybody else didn't have. And I can also tell you since then that a lot of teams have called and said, shortly thereafter they were going there, and in fact teams tried to trade up to get in front of us. So something we feel really good about. Time will tell, as it will with all these guys, but we think he has the makings of a really cornerstone, foundational type player for years to come for us, and are proud to have him a part of us.
It's a historic move. Only 5 kickers have ever been taken in the first 3 rounds, and all of them, or most of them, way back in ancient history. So, were you guys cognizant of that this is an unusual historic pick?
I think that, if you're taking a kicker that high, I mean, believe me, we weren't doing cartwheels over it, but I think we'll be doing cartwheels if he's the guy we think he is, because kickers are really important. They score a lot of points. They finish a lot of drives. I think this guy will give us an opportunity to extend where we've been able to kick from. I think we'll be able to, kick the 55-plus yarders now. I think on the kickoffs, this is a guy who can put them into the end zone when we need, kick them out of the end zone. We can hang it up there. I think he affords us the opportunity to do a lot of things. So, yes, you're aware of the history, but, it's just, you do your best to assess, okay, where do we need to go to take this guy if indeed we believe this guy's the best guy for us, and that's where we went, and as I said before, really happy to have Jake a part of our program.
All right.
All right, Jake Moody, come on down, Michigan's own, and we'll see. And as you mentioned, the kickoffs might be a really, really big thing.
What is your take on the San Francisco 49ers taking Jake Moody at pick 99? Have you come around to it? Did you like the pick to begin with? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.